So that's a wee bit of education. I'm just educating on the legality of these terrible weapons. Here in Glasgow, I mean, I hope I don't get any trouble for Twitch, but here in Glasgow, which was an incredibly, Glasgow is an incredibly violent city. A culture and history of gang criminality. If you don't believe me, Glasgow list of gangs. I mean this is only. This here's only the gangs that probably exist currently. This isn't your fucking Glasgow razor gangs. The tradition of gang formation in Glasgow stretched back to at least the 1880s. There you are. Religious sectarianism had been rife in Scotland for centuries. The centre of it was in Glasgow. Glasgow had mainly been Protestant, but in the 19th and 20th centuries, large numbers of Roman Catholic Irish immigrants came to the West Coast. So it's sectarianism. Or, not to get all political, but it's not so much. I've seen people say not get all political, but I've seen people saying it would be incorrect to simply call it sectarianism when it was mainly actually anti-Roman Catholic Irish sentiment rather than some sort of tit for tatting. But let's not talk about that. Let's not get into some big argument. Keep it fucking light, eh? Got to keep it light. Is that true? Well, I mean, one thing starts another, then it all becomes maybe tit for tat and all the rest of it, but I don't know. A big mess is all you need to know. People know getting on. And if I may say so, let's face it, men know getting on. 1920s, Glasgow became known for its gang violence in the Gorbals area particularly. So there's lots of gangs. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of gangs. Many gangs, however, two of the most infamous were the former Penny Mobs, Brigton Billy Boys, Norman Conks, Beehive Boys, the Santoy, Tongs, the Fleet, Govan Team, the Bingo Boys. Oh, no. That's almost goading people. The Billy Boys were founded and led by Billy Fullerton, a former member of the British Fascists. Fullerton also later became a member of the British Union of Fascists in the 1930s. The Billy Boys adopted a militaristic style of behaviour, marching on parades, formed their own bands. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. There you go. Glasgow. A mess. Where was I? So I'm just trying to educate people on knife horrific violence that I grew up with and I saw as a child. A horrific violence. And the joking of such violence in the gangs normalised the violence. And then as you get older, you start mixing with the broader spectrum of people online and so on who don't come from my background, and you crack a joke about someone getting stabbed and they say that's not funny. And I'm like, but I grew up being taught that it's kind of funny because it's so prevalent. And people say, no, you're actually a bad person. And I'm like, no, you look here, you're fucking middle class, privileged we fucking, you were not, you were the fucking there. You hear about somebody getting stabbed and you laugh about it. That's how we coped. I can't do this.
But I don't know if you go into two clouds of poison. I'm sure your
What?
chat will tell you, because
What the?